to our council meeting for September 14, 2022. Notice of this meeting has been in compliance with the provision of the Open Public Meeting Law. Please be advised that this meeting is being audio recorded for possibility of playback. Everyone, please rise for the flag. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Madam Clerk, roll call, please.
Councilman Lindenwold.
Here.
Councilwoman Hess. Here. Councilman Lankowski.
Here.
Councilwoman Patton.
Here.
Councilwoman Simmons.
Here.
President Randolph Sharp.
Here.
Mayor.
Here. Approval of minutes for council meeting August 10, 2022. Entertain a motion, please.
I'll make the motion.
And a second, please.
Second.
Any questions? Roll call, please.
Councilman Lindenwold.
Yes.
Councilwoman Hess. Yes. Councilman Lankowski.
Yes.
Councilwoman Patton.
Yes.
Councilwoman Simmons.
Yes.
President Randolph Sharp.
Abstain.
Entertain a motion for payment of bills, please.
I should have taken that.
All right, entertain a motion for payment of bills, please.
Make a motion that the bills have been properly audited and signed be approved for payment.
And a second, please.
Second.
Questions? Roll call, please.
Councilman Lindenwold.
Yes.
Councilwoman Hess. Yes. Councilman Lankowski.
Yes.
Councilwoman Patton.
Yes.
Councilwoman Simmons.
Yes.
President Randolph Sharp.
Yes.
The following reports have been filed and are available in their respective offices for review and will be included in the minutes. The tax collector's report, the sewer report, and the treasurer's report. Next, consent agenda. The items listed below are considered routine by the Borough of Lindenwold and will be acted upon in one motion. If there is any formal discussions of these items, that decision will be decided and will be pulled from the agenda. Entertain a motion for resolution 2022-160 and 185.
186.
185.
Oh, that's right. I make a motion for consent agenda items under resolution 2022-160 through 185.
And a second, please.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Lindenwold.
Yes.
Councilwoman Hess. Yes. Councilman Lankowski.
Yes.
Councilwoman Patton.
Yes.
Councilwoman Simmons.
Yes.
President Randolph Sharp.
Yes.
Next, resolution 2022-186. Councilor.
Resolution authorizing the promotion of Anna Langenbach to the position of Assistant Tax Collector.
Entertain a motion, please.
I make a motion for resolution 2022-186 and also would like to congratulate Anna. This was something that was gained through her employment here, and she successfully took the courses and passed them, so congratulations.
And a second, please.
Second.
Any questions? Roll call, please.
Councilman Lindenwold.
Yes.
Councilwoman Hess. Yes. Councilman Lankowski.
Yes.
Councilwoman Patton.
Yes.
Councilwoman Simmons.
Yes.
President Randolph Sharp.
Yes.
Next up, engineer's report. Nice to see you again, sir.
The municipal parking lot survey work and base map has been completed and the preliminary design is in progress. We anticipate submission for soil erosion about a month. The Lindentown Phase 2 construction is in progress and we had the pre-con for the Cooper Ave work this morning.
Any questions? Thank you, sir. Next up, open to council. Councilman Lindenwold.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Lindenwold Police Department activity report for the month of August 2022. Total calls to service 4377. Traffic accidents 34. Eliminated policing 195. Traffic enforcement stops 174. Criminal complaints issued by officers 27. Traffic summonses issued by officers 32. Criminal complaints issued by civilians 9. Traffic summonses issued by civilians 0. And there's 51 investigations. That's all I have.
Thank you. Councilwoman Hess.
Thank you, Mayor. Monthly report for Public Works. Tons of trash collected, 766.9. Tons of recycling, 91.11. collected 218, scrap metal picked up 63, concrete picked up 9, stumps and logs 1. No accidents. Service calls 109, stoppages 6, emergency calls 19, markouts 70, pump station repairs 11. Pump stations factor 3. Laurel Springs service calls 2, stoppages 2, emergency calls 2, no markouts. That's all that I have. Thank you.
Council President.
Okay, well, I have a couple things. From the code enforcement office, we had 104 CO inspections, 40 smoke inspections, 443 violations found, 285 violations were written, 334 abatements, 22 tickets written, 7 court appearances in person, 25 court tickets via Zoom at no extra court cost, 3 plea by mail, 573 yearly rental registration inspections, 11 yearly rental registration inspections, 6 vehicles tagged and removed by others plus 2 that Wayne had towed, 0 illegal clothing bins tagged and removed, 1 trailer tagged and removed, plus another trailer was tagged and removed by not being properly licensed. 2 sites were found working without permits, 0 businesses found open without mercantile licenses, 0 businesses open, no approval, 2 dumpsters on the streets, no approvals, 52 street open inspections, sidewalks, curbs, and aprons, 70 resident communications. We are also starting the training for SDL, which is our digitized software that we'll be using in the code enforcement office. We're in the beginning stages of training, and also with data rollout. We're still rolling out data and confirming it, but we are moving forward with that, and I'm very excited. I'm hoping that this will take some of the stress off the office. The mayor, Dawn, and I have met with the code enforcement office, and we hope to do that on a at least quarterly basis to just make sure that we're all on the same page and what we're doing out there and the service that we're delivering and so on. So I think that was a good first kickoff meeting with them. Ms. Dawn Thompson and her staff, Jeffrey and Nadine too, because she does some of the stuff in that office we do payroll. I just want to say congratulations to you guys. We finished our audit for this year. We had an excellent audit with no findings. This is the first time, I believe, in a while that we've had no findings. We've never had any big material findings, but there's always been something that we can tweak. So congratulations, great job on the escrow account. That was always a big thing. So, and I know a lot of work went into that, working with Bowman. So congratulations to you all, and thank you for your hard work. What else do I have here? All right, so there's a couple things that I'd like to acknowledge for this month. September 15th through October 15th is actually Spanish Heritage Month. And it's the month that is recognized in the United States for celebrating the histories, cultures, contributions of American citizens whose ancestors are from Spain, Mexico, the Caribbean, Central and South America. So I'd like to pay recognition to all of those that are from and has ancestries that are from Hispanic backgrounds, and thank you for your contribution. Next week, September 19th through the 25th is Prostate Cancer Awareness Week. And this one is personal to me. My husband is a prostate cancer survivor. He was caught in stage 2B of prostate cancer and had a very aggressive case of prostate cancer. And it had it not been for him, A, going to get checkups, men, and B, having a doctor who was just very conscientious and just went a step further and got the scans done, and from there got the biopsy done, and my husband was able to get the surgery done, and thank God he has been cancer-free now for about 3.5 years. So men, I encourage you, I know that you guys don't like going to the doctor, but when you reach a certain age, it's critical to go get yourself checked out. There's nothing to be afraid of, but it's something that unchecked can turn into something very, very serious. So I hope and pray that everybody, ladies, let's get our men out there and get their checkups scheduled. And men, do the right thing and take care of yourself, because it is a very serious thing if it goes unchecked. Also, I'd like to something else is very close to my heart. September the 10th is Suicide Awareness Day for the world. I had a very close person that committed suicide a number of years ago. And so I just ask that if you are suffering, or if you know someone that is suffering, that they don't have to suffer alone, that there are agencies. The stigma on mental health has really changed over the years, and it's, nothing wrong with owning your mental health, recognizing that you are in trouble or not feeling quite like yourself and going to get the help that you need. So there are 800 numbers. The county has mental health offices that are available to you. If you need that information, we can certainly get that to you. But I just encourage you that if you are struggling, it's been very tough with COVID and, coming out of being by yourself and, just kind of figuring out how everything is. You might be struggling, so you do not have to struggle alone. So I encourage you to get help if you need it. Thank you.
Councilman Leonoski.
Thank you, Mayor. As everyone knows, our children are going back to school. You can see them in their uniforms. The schools are going to be a little stricter with their uniforms this year. It's an ongoing thing. Also, it's a good thing that we passed that referendum, because we have an extra 68 children in our schools this year, and 298 of them are in first grade. That's our largest class, so it's a good thing that we passed that resolution. Also, at the town meeting the other night, one of our senators reported that we have $3 billion extra money for higher education and $9 billion from K through 12. Also, I want to talk about something that gets close to home. With the schools, they had a Be Smart program, and in that they discussed gun safety. Now, we have friends of our family. This is an actual thing that happened. A young man, 23 years of age, was looking at a gun while he was talking to his girlfriend on the phone. The clip was not in the gun. He didn't check the chamber. The gun went off, struck him in the head, he's no longer here. And that's where the A and B Smart program is from. Ask people. If you know anybody, ask them to please check their guns before they pull them out and inspect them right there. All right, that's all I have.
Councilman Patton.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'm just going to put some things for your calendar for October. October 1st is our Lindenwold Neighbor Fest. The rain date is October 2nd. October 13th starts the library's book sale, so we're going to have books of all kinds, but also DVDs, movies, and music. So that starts on October 13th. October 22nd is the Lindenwold Fall Community-Wide Yard Sale. That's on Saturday. And finally, Saturday, October 29th is going to be our Halloween or trick-or-treat celebration. Thank you.
Councilman Singh.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. All right, so at last meeting, I said that the CDC declared monkeypox as a public health emergency, and I've been watching the website on the numbers to see where we're at. So as of last night, the state of New Jersey has only 631 cases. There's 23 cases in Camden County. So the numbers are still staying low. They're not increasing as they thought they would as quickly as they did. Cooper Hospital does have the vaccine, but they do have a limited supply. And so they're only offering it to anyone who's been exposed or they thought they were exposed in the last 14 days and people with a weakened immune system. They are not accepting walk-ins, so you do have to make an appointment if you're going to get this vaccine at Cooper. You have to call 856-986-7100, or you can go through the app of the My Cooper app, and you can make your appointment that way. We have a COVID update, which finally the CDC has Camden County in medium. They are no longer high when it comes to COVID. So it has moved down, and that's finally a good thing. So they're saying that people can choose to wear a mask, not wear a mask. It's up to individuals. But if you have symptoms or if you have a positive test when you were exposed, they do recommend that you still wear a mask. The CDC is also recommending everybody who's 12 and over to get the Omicron booster. New Jersey has received these booster shots for Pfizer and Moderna, and these booster shots are targeted to the original strain of COVID, as well as the BA 1.4 and the BA 1.5, which is the variants of this. And they're also saying that the Omicron is currently the highest strain that's going around. Camden County has received the booster shots, and they did start administering them at the Health Hub on September 8th. So Camden County Department, the Health Department is recommending everyone takes this booster. Make your appointment at camdencounty.com, vaccine, and then Camden County has also released the COVID Caregiver Release Fund application. This is for people who are employed that work directly with personal care, elderly children, adults with disabilities, whose wages are been affected by COVID and the pandemic. Caregivers can get up to receive $1,000. I do have flyers with me with all the information of eligibility, how to apply, if anybody would like one. And that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, this time I open the meeting to the public. Anyone from the public wishing to speak, please make sure that you sign in, state your name and address for the record. Try to keep it to 5 minutes because we're a little crowded tonight. And also, we will not answer you until we open back up to council again. So, first one wants to come up, please.
I'm Carol Shook, and I live with my dad on Brighton Ave. There's an issue, it's getting too far out of hand with Belmont Apartments. Now they're doing drugs, yelling, cursing, blasting their music all night. Throwing their trash in my dad's backyard. Something has to get done. I've notified the police on several occasions. They won't do nothing, enough's enough. Or do I gotta go further up to the state? Yep. Because it's getting too far out of hand. My dad has Alzheimer's, dementia, and now I think he might have Parkinson's on top of this. My health ain't good, and neither is his. Something has to get done about Belmont Apartments.
Thank you.
Well, I guess everybody's doing what I am. From the Times, and Lindenwold, New Jersey, my name is Dana Porter. I'm sorry I don't have my teeth in my mouth because I was resting late, but I hope you understand what I'm saying because I'm very, very serious with what I have to say. I've been out in the Times 47 years at that location, 47 years, and I never seen it the way that it is now. When we had mortgage properties, we didn't go through it. As soon as this slumlord that we have now, we have everything. Now people got snakes coming into their apartment. We have mice, rats all over the place. Okay, I have mice, I have spiders, I have ants. But now roach, I don't have a roach yet. Okay? But keep it up, I just might have. But we have some of everything in those apartments. I got food. And everything that I say, I have food. I have everything for it, okay? So you can always know if you want to. I'm going to the chain of command, and this is my last time coming to y'all. My last time. We'll take it to wherever I have to take it to. I've been out there for 47 years, I've never seen it like this. Okay, I told you about the back there. It's still like a jungle. I'm not going to live like that anymore. I'm paying almost $1,000 a month to live like, I can't find a word to explain. I need new apartment. I need new apartment. My apartment needs painting. It's a mess out there. Anybody that want to go back and check it out, feel free to do so. Those grounds are terrible out there. It's bad. I had a rat, a mice. I came home one night from the doctor. I went to my bathroom and turned the light on. I stepped on something. Well, wait a minute. I didn't drop anything on the floor when I left. But when I turned the light on and looked, it was a rat that I stepped on. A mice or whatever you want to call it. If you don't believe me, I got pictures. The light on the 6600 building goes out at 4:30 in the morning. And that's been like that for the last 2 or 3 years. Okay, I can't even go outside if I want to walk my dog after 4 o'clock because it's dark. Okay, I rode past the 5400 building. That was a lady with her kids on the ground playing in the dark. There are no lights on the 5400 building. The 6000 building, partially lighted. There's a guy there Monday night trying to get stuff out of his truck to go in the house. And he could not because he didn't have no light. And I asked him, I said, have you seen any mice? He said, I get 3 or 4 mice every night. Every night in my apartment. Now something has to be done. Because I am going to go to wherever I have to go to. And I'm tired of it. And they're making people pay the park out there. People have to pay $35 per car, or either, you have to have a handicap park. But if I have a handicap park or not, I'm not going to pay the park. Why should we have to pay the park now? And I said something to Mark Wolf. He called me into the office and told me how much I hate you. Shut up and listen to me. I hate you. Shut up. I got a groundskeeper. Where is it? Anybody who's going to feel free to go out there and look at time, feel free to go out there. And I can repeat what I say. You can record, you can do whatever you want to do. This is my last time coming to you. And I'm tired of it. I'm tired. Why is it like this? We don't have to live. I pay almost $1,000 a month to live like this. I'm not living like this no more. I just left the car. I sleep in Fellow Alley. I just left the chiropractor now because I can barely walk. I can't do nothing for myself. And I've never been like this. Tired of it.
Thank you, Mr. Ford.
And something has to be done. And something will be done. Stay like this. Stay like the time. One got a damn stick in her.
Sir?
I'm sorry, got a stick in her this mic.
I had shared with Ms. Porter that I found a snake in my apartment. I do have a picture of it. So,
You have to state your name and address for the record.
my name is on the list,
Okay.
Lucy
You have to
County.
state it on the record.
Okay, Lucy County, apartment 6717.
Thank you.
Okay. I'm really not familiar with the protocol, but I was asked to come here to explain that I found a snake in my apartment. I do have a picture of it, everyone's concerned. I called to try to record it, but unfortunately, there was no call back or anything to express any concern on what I found. So I did call maintenance as well. They act as if they didn't believe me. But as I said, the picture's proof of itself.
Thank you. Sir?
Yes, good evening. My name is Robert King. I live at on Carlson Street. Last time I've been here, we wanted to know the update concerning where I live right there on Walnut and Carlson. The speed is getting worse due to that they paved up Carlson. We got draggers for people speeding, and I feel that if something doesn't happen within the area, you've probably been hearing about somebody either hitting my deck or hitting something in my house. Like I did explain a few years ago back, somebody struck one of the trees. By the time we got out there, we were putting the parts in the car falling off. The speed is horrible. We wanted something to be done in the area. Also up on Carlton in that area, I had asked about the lighting as you're walking down Carlton. I work for New Jersey Transit. There is sometimes I do walk from the Lindenwold train station if I don't have a ride. You know, I'm a big person, but the thing is, walking down that dark street, I can't even see my hands. So if there could be some better lighting, and also the update up on the park down there on Walnut. Thank you very much.
Anyone else?
Okay. Ladies first.
My name is Rosie Royal from Cherry Hill, New Jersey. I am actually the Camden County Youth Services Commission Administrator, and I have a couple of booklets of resources to share with you. I'll hand them over to her later. I also am here to see if I can be of a resource to provide free youth programming to youth in Lindenwold. We have recently partnered with the school district and ultimately the police department to provide free mentoring, educational supports and services. So I'd like to enhance some of the beautiful towns and assets we have here in the community by building more of a partnership with the township and see where we can go from there. But definitely one of the main things that we have concerns or barriers often with is finding space and locations. I'm hoping in future conversations that we're able to partner with your space of community centers to provide these resources to youth in our community. So I'll leave these resources with her and my information so that we can touch base next whenever it's on the additional. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, good evening. My name is Joe David, 25 Georgetown Road, Lindenwold, New Jersey. I want to know about an update for the dog park. And next to Georgetown condominiums is that, I don't know the address of the house, but it's right next to our clubhouse, the swimming pool. And it's a junkyard right now. I wanted to know an update on what's being done about the junkyard there. And a lot of neighbors are asking me about it. And some of the people are saying it's wetland back there too, so they're concerned about everything coming out of the vehicles that they have back there. Brake fluid, oil fluid, transmission fluid, whatever they have in the vehicles that they have parked back there, whatever might be contaminating the land back there too. Thank you.
I was gonna got a couple things today.
Yes, ma'am.
About,
Ms. Porter, you? Sir? Yes, ma'am. Come to the mic.
Hello, my name is Minister Erica Fortune. I'm the community liaison for St. Mark Annie Church. We're on 929 East Walnut Avenue. And we came out, I just wanted to come out today to speak on 9/11, how it was a day of service, and how we had Councilman Walter Lenowski, am I saying it right? Lenowski, Denise Lenowski, Raymond Morrissey, Joanne Morrissey, Annie Mosley, and Little Candace came out. They came out and they cleaned the church for us. We had it cleaned before we came back from COVID, but they came in and they did a wonderful job for us on the day of service, 9/11. They came and they cleaned the church for us. Also, Councilwoman Odessa Patton, she had came by to see if they were done and to check on us. And I just want to thank them. You know, it's the community working together, and we just want to thank them for coming out and doing such a great thing for us at the church. Also, I had another concern with one of the lights right there at the high school. We used to be able to turn at that light. It's at South Carlton Street and Ed Carter Road. You used to be able to, on the arrow, you used to be able to go straight or make a left. And now you can only make a left there. And my daughter does go to Lindenwold High School. I do live at 716 Elizabeth Avenue. And it's really dangerous because people are using that turning lane to go straight. And several times that I have almost been hit. But I just wanted to bring that to you all's attention that it used to be a straight or an arrow there, and now it's just an arrow, and it's very confusing when people get frustrated. So what they do is they go straight in that arrow lane, which causes if somebody's going straight in the straight lane or the right turn lane, that it causes almost an accident. So I just wanted to bring that up to your attention. If I don't know if anyone has in the past. Thank you, and have a blessed night.
Anyone else?
Good evening, everyone. I'm new over here. I just bought a house in Fifth Avenue, 623. I saw that there is no fire hydrant in our line, so I don't know. There is no fire hydrant, so it's like a necessity, or I have no idea why it's not there. Second thing is that on the first day, like on my front yard, the dog mastiff, so I don't know why the dog mastiff my papa. And my neighbor died, she helped me a lot, and she is really a good lady, so thank you her. Thank you all.
Anyone else?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Happy to see that someone else is here asking about the community center. It was on my list more concerning information regarding him. None of the properties that we researched, we can only find 14 in his name, but none of them have active COs, and none of them have the active green stickers in the windows saying that they've been inspected. But yet they're all occupied, they're all rented. And then we had this conversation, there was a bench warrant, and it all fell apart. Looking for an update as to what's going on with him. Continues to wreak havoc in our neighborhood. Also, you had mentioned the backlog that there was going to be a fall business connection event. I was wondering if there's been a date established for that yet. Second to last, I want to thank Diane Materi. Actually, we heard that the school district was in desperate need of some book bags and other school supplies. We placed a call out to Diane, and fortunately with her resources, she came through with more than 1,100 backpacks and accompanying school supplies that were delivered to our school district in person and have begun being handed out at all of the school campuses. So I want to thank Diane for that.
But I'm not community friendly. Like maybe 1,100 backpacks.
That move in itself was certainly community friendly. I don't know if everyone agrees, but I know the school district does, and I know the students are very, very happy about that. Last but not least, Mayor, you called me out at the last meeting for 3 different initiatives that I apparently dropped the ball on. I followed up with you immediately after that meeting via email. As per usual, it's been crickets ever since. I've gotten no response from you or anybody else that was CC'd. Don or Mr. Capozzi. So I'm not sure who's dropping the ball, but we're willing to help as soon as I hear back from you guys on what you want to do. Thank you.
Diane Materi, 637 Fifth Avenue. Cheryl, I just want to ask, when you give out all the different information for code enforcement, when you say how many violations were given out or whatever, do they, when they give out a violation that's not true, like they gave it to me and it's going to have to be taken back because it was not done properly? Like, Wayne had no idea that I had a violation. And I went to him, and nobody knew anything about it. I brought it up at the last meeting, and Mayor, I still have not heard from you. So I want to know, do you count the ones that they give out illegally?
Once you open up, I'll answer.
Anyone else in the public wishing to speak? Seeing none, close the meeting to the public, entertain a motion to open up the council.
So,
Ms. Materi, I'd just like to apologize for your violation that you received that, as you said, Wayne had no idea of. It was wrong, and what they did was wrong, and they were disciplined for it. So I apologize.
So who is disciplined?
I apologize.
You're not going to tell me?
I can't tell you personnel issues.
Exactly. I know I was targeted, once again,
No, you were
by
not.
my neighbor. I do know.
No, you
all
won't.
right, so
All right, you know, I can't.
okay. All right, so there's a few things. Trevor?
Yes.
On the gentleman, his last name escapes me right now. It didn't really fall apart. There was a meeting that was held with the gentleman, the initial meeting that I was supposed to attend. The gentleman couldn't make it. He made it for the next day. I had to go into the office. I could not make it. Wayne and his staff went over a lot of the violations and the issues that he had, and they were resolving them. Now, these things that you're talking about now, I don't have access to the record, so I would have to talk to the code enforcement office about, and you said it was 14 properties that don't have code, that don't have COs, is that what you stated?
He owns 27.
27, and you
Only
said,
14 are we able to track.
okay. Well, and I know he owns a lot of these properties under LLCs, that was stated. Wayne did tell me that early on about this, because he runs these different state homes that he gets permits and things from, so they're all not in his name. But I will follow up with Wayne about your concerns about that. Again, this is the first time I'm hearing this. I don't have access to the records here, but I will find out from him about that. Diane, no, that was not counted. As the mayor stated, we had a meeting, and I think I stated it earlier, that we had a meeting with all the code enforcement officers about different issues that are going on within the office, how we're handling these things, that we are being community friendly, and how we're addressing the residents. And one of the issues was the violation that was written for you. I wasn't here for that meeting, but I did hear about it. That was discussed with the person. It came in as an anonymous complaint. We do not write violations for things that we don't see personally, that the officer does not see personally. And so I think we drilled that in pretty clear. Dawn was there as our business administrator and our chief of staff. The mayor was there as the mayor, and I was there as the liaison of the office. So we are trying, we're working to get everybody on the same page. We've got code enforcement officers from different degrees of experience. So we're trying to get everybody on the same page and everybody's doing the same thing. And if you don't see a violation with your own eyes as a code enforcement officer, it should not be written. And so again, as the mayor was trying to state that it was an error, we apologize for that. The person that wrote it wasn't aware that he just thought it was a violation and it should have been written, and that's not how it goes. So that should not happen again. Also, Trevor, on the fall business connection, we are going to start to look at some dates. It'll probably be either October or November-ish, maybe the beginning of November. We may try to do it on a weekday, maybe a Monday morning, so we can get a bigger turnout from our business owners. The weekends are hard, and a lot of businesses seem to be closed on Mondays. So, but you'll definitely get the invite for that once we get going with that. We just have to narrow it down. What else? Oh, and I also wanted to add, Diane, thank you for the book bag donation, but I'd also like to add that the library gave out over 100 book bags to our community as well. So thank you for that. Right, yeah, and
the food and everything else.
right. So we thank you guys for partnering with the Borough of Lindenwold. Also, AME Church, is that Pastor Clark?
Yes.
Yeah, I was out there and celebrated your family and friends days. As a matter of fact, Pastor Clark was supposed to be here tonight. She said she was coming to the meeting.
She couldn't make it because of other.
Okay, well tell her I said hello. She did say she was going to come. So, and I think that's, are you going to go over?
Yeah, the junkyard. Yes, it is an issue. Unfortunately, the judge just postponed it for 60 days.
Who are you talking to?
He was in.
Yeah.
I can't hear you.
You, Joe, yeah.
The microphone? What?
The court just postponed it for 60 days. But yes, he is in court, and yes, we're trying to find it, but he won't clean it up. Yes.
Okay, last time I brought up, you said he's being fined. So is that is he still being fined, or is that like table?
Citation in court right now, Joe. We cited him, so it's in before the municipal court. It's a court case. And
Okay.
if he's found guilty, he'll be fined.
All right, because you told me that he was being fined, weekly,
The
and
judge sets the fines if he's found guilty of the violation.
and if the violation is what, dumping or junk or?
Whatever it's written for. I don't have the specifics.
All right, but you don't like it, you don't want it there, do you?
Yeah.
Right. Okay, thank you.
Sir, I will speak to you after the meeting, please. Thank you. Ma'am, that traffic light is new this year for the school system, so yes, it's a little bit of a learning curve, but it has moved traffic up immensely. I mean, traffic, yeah, and stopping from any lane. If you were ever at that traffic light during the afternoon when high school got out, you sat there for 4 or 5 traffic lights before you got turned. It's moved the traffic along, and I think our police have been monitoring a little bit. By the way, welcome to our chief. I haven't seen you for a while. Thank you. But I will speak to you right after the meeting, okay? Oh, what?
I just wanted to give Joe, who asked about the dog park, and I do know that our public works director recently received quotes for the fencing, so it's a working process. So we're definitely working towards completing that.
Is there anyone in charge of it, or?
At this time, it's going to be the Department of Public Works.
Also, in regards to the fire hydrant, ma'am, you have to contact the fire commission. They meet on,
Third Monday.
third Monday of the month over at, that is, you remember too much.
It's over at Scott Avenue.
Scott Avenue.
So it's like, we have to look for
Yeah.
Just reach out to the fire commission, they're on Scott Avenue on the third Monday of the month. But usually the water company puts those in, and I don't think there's been,
Which ministry?
you're on Fifth Avenue, right?
Yeah, Fifth Avenue.
I think there's actually, isn't there a hydrant around the corner on Wall? Lowell Road?
There's supposed to be fire hydrant within a certain distance of all residential properties. They map the town out, just because you don't see, they still probably, they will be able to give you fire protection services. And we have a pumper truck also.
Is there anything else coming, respond to anything?
Belmont Apartments.
Yeah, I want to speak to the chief at the meeting about
So just let her know that, yeah.
Well, I'm gonna talk to the chief about Belmont after.
Hi, if nothing gets done, I'll go up to the governor and higher up, because it's getting too far out of hand.
Okay, anyone else from council?
What about,
Jamie, I'll talk to you after the meeting, Ms. Porter, okay?
I want to know about,
You will, I'll talk to you when we get done,
Okay.
All
okay?
right, at this time, entertain a motion for adjournment, please.
So moved.